Was it waxing LALA Anthony? Oh my god, you're a celebrity waxer. Oh my god, what did she say? Oh my god, what is that? And I just was like, hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Shanika, and today we are going to be doing a chit chat. Get ready with me. If you want to see how I got this look, like what products I use, go ahead and stay tuned. I got the tea on the time I wax LALA Anthony, how I feel about, you know, starting a new YouTube channel in 2021, how I stay motivated, and how I feel about family and friends supporting, you know, what's my take on that. So if any of that is interesting to you, go ahead and stay tuned. Like I said, if you please subscribe, and let's get into it. It's prime my face. And I'm just going to use this just regular e.l.f. hydrating primer just because my skin is really dry right now, and yeah, I need some moisture. But let's get into this chit chat, y'all. I'm not going to really like talk about the steps that I do with my makeup. I'm just going to talk to y'all. I already washed, cleansed, moisturized, and everything like that before I came on camera. If you guys want to know like what I use for like my skincare products and stuff like that, that is going to be on the way, like my skincare regimen and stuff. But this is just like, you know, the last step to skincare is going to be the primer. But let's get into this chit chat. Get ready with me. The time I waxed LALA Anthony. And it's so crazy because at the time when it happened, like after it happened, I wasn't like starstruck like all the rest of my coworkers were. I feel like everybody was like so hyped that I waxed her, but for me it was like the experience, the interaction with her was so normal and so regular that I was just like, yeah, I mean, I waxed LALA Anthony, but I mean, it wasn't no different from me waxing anybody else, like once I got into the swing of things. So how it happened is I normally work on Sundays. So, and I was always normally the first person to get to work on Sundays. I don't know why. I'm just, you know, always the kind of person. First off, I don't live far from my job at all. And I just have developed, like over the course of the years, a habit of just wanting to be early for work. Like for me, when I get to work right on time or a little bit early, I feel like I have a good day. If I'm late to work, honestly, I feel like I have a bad day. So I try to make sure that I get to work early all the time. So, and especially on Sundays, it's always easier for me to get to work early on Sundays because it's no traffic. So, mind you guys, this was only like maybe like less than a year into me waxing. So I was actually fairly newer to waxing. I wasn't, you know, someone who had been waxing for years at the time. And so needless to say, I wasn't really that confident with it. So I got out of the car and I seen all of these people like waiting outside. It had to be like 6 different people waiting outside. Now normally we don't open, so back in the day when I used to work there, we didn't open till 10. So, but we as the waxers, we had to be there at 9:30 to set up, you know, warm our pots up, set our rooms up and things like that. So when I had got to work, it was 9:30. The store didn't open until 10, but there were like 6 people standing outside. And I'm like, what are these people doing here? Like, we don't open till 10. Don't they know that? Why are they standing outside? Because like, you know, I'm like, I'm not even like, nobody's ready to wax. Like, you know, like it says clearly on the door that we're not open till 10. So what's going on? I thought something was wrong. And so I walked up to the door. Now, mind you, us waxers, we can't get into the store without a front desk person there. So whoever runs the front desk that day has the key normally. So the front desk girl, she wasn't there yet. So I was the only one that was there. I walk up to the store. They're like, hi. I'm like, oh, hi. We're not open yet. But you know, somebody's on the way, but we don't open until 10. And then I hear this voice and they're like, yeah, hey, what time do y'all open? And I was like, yo, this voice sounds so familiar. Now, mind you, this was around the time that Power had like the first season, like, no, not the first season, but whatever season, LALA's first feature on Power. So this was around the time where everybody was already so hype about her because she was on Power, and I had just like, you know, finished watching Power. And so I was like, yo, this voice sounds so freaking familiar. Who the heck is that? And I look over and I was like, because I'm not like one of those kind of people. It's not like one of my favorite celebrities. I really don't get starstruck like that. So I was just like, oh my god, hi. I had the biggest like smile on my face. I was like, oh my god, like what the heck is this? LALA Anthony trying to get into like my job? What the heck is she's on here? She was like, hey, yeah, are you guys open yet? I was like, oh no, I'm sorry, like, you know, we don't open until 10, and then furthermore, I don't even have a key, so I can't even like let you in and sit down until we open or anything. So we pretty much had to that day, the girl who was supposed to open the center, she was actually running late, so we was actually sitting out there a little bit longer than we had to. So I called my manager and I was like, hey, I was like, who's supposed to be opening the door? We have a special guest in the building. We have a special guest in the building. And she was like, who? I was like, yeah, LALA Anthony, and she wants to get waxed like right now. And she was like, my manager was like, oh, I don't know, I guess they thought it was like gonna be like this big press thing. She was like so hyped. She was like, oh my god, okay, you know, I'll text her and ask her like where she is, and I'll send her over. So I was like, okay. And so we were just waiting out there, just like they were like chit-chatting. I think somebody asked me like, did I know like of any breakfast spots that were around there, and I was like, you know, honestly, no, I didn't, because I'm really not a big breakfast eater. So I was like, no, I felt so bad I couldn't help them. So then the girl had came, right, and as soon as she opened the door, LALA walked in with me, and she walked in with us. And the girl at the front, she was, I mean, not that this has anything to do with anything, but she was a white girl. She didn't know who the heck LALA was. She just was like, who's this now? Like, I was like, oh, she's her name's LALA. She's you know, she was a reporter on MTV back in the day, and you know, she's on the new show Power. And she just was like, okay, I don't know why they rushing me. You know what I mean? Like, she was like, you know, pretty much we don't open till 10. But LALA was like, you know, I really have to go. I really just need to get a wax real quick. She was like, she said this to me, like, soon as we walked in, hurry up, heat your wax pot up so you can wax me. And I was like, okay. Like, I already was thinking in the back of my head that it's gonna be some salty people, because I'm sure, like, you know, people are probably like, this girl ain't even been working here this long, like why she get the wax, you know? Because honestly, if it was up to like the manager or somebody, they probably wouldn't have chose me to wax her. But she wanted me to wax her. She didn't want nobody else to wax her. She told me that. And so she was like, you know, hurry up and heat your wax pot up. So I guess she like kind of knew the, you know, what we have to do, how we have to like heat the wax up and stuff like that. Like, we can't have, you know, we can't like, she wasn't just gonna walk in and get waxed. Like, I had to prep. She was like, hurry up and prep so you can wax me. And I was like, she wasn't doing, like, she wasn't saying it mean. She was like really, really nice about it. She was like, yeah, hurry up and prep so you can wax me. And I was like, okay. And so I went into my room and I started, you know, heating up my wax. I was a little nervous, but I really wasn't. What I was really nervous about was I didn't want to burn her, because I felt like she was like in such a rush that, like, you know, she kind of wanted me to, you know, kind of hurry up. And I wanted to hurry up, you know, I wanted to hurry up and, you know, provide her the service so she can go on about her life. So I heated my wax up the best that I could, and I was like, okay, we're ready. Like, it was literally like, I probably shouldn't have did it, but it was literally probably like within like 10 minutes of like her telling me to heat my wax up. So my wax wasn't perfect at all, but it wasn't like burning hot, but it wasn't perfect. And she was just like, just make sure that you know, you blow it, and which that's completely against, completely against like hygiene and safety and protocols when it comes to where or just like anybody in general who like runs a wax business. Like, you should never be blowing on your wax. It's not safe. It's not safe, you know, as far as like hygiene goes. But she was like, just make sure you blow it. I was like, I mean, I'm not gonna blow it, but I could like, you know, wave it around in the air, you know, to try to, I knew that wasn't gonna do nothing, but I was just like, you know, I'm just trying to pretty much make sure I don't burn this girl, because this would be the one, but this is the wrong, you shouldn't be burning anybody, but that would have been the wrong person to burn. So she sits on the bed and she's like, I start waxing and she's like, oh my god, like she's like, you're probably gonna tell all your friends. She was like, your friends are probably gonna not believe you, you know what I mean? I was like, yeah, they probably not. And she was like, she started, I don't know what we were talking about. We were chit-chatting about like just like basic things. I guess I asked her, she asked me like where King of Prussia Mall was, and because like that's the mall. She was originally here because she was going to launching up her jean I think she had a jean line with like Ashley Stewart or something like that, and she was launching it at Lord & Taylor, not Ashley Stewart. I don't know what I'm talking about. She had a jean line with some company, and she was launching it at the Lord & Taylor in King of Prussia Mall. And so we had started talking about that, and she had, you know, started telling me that she was out here on press and, you know, doing press. She was like so down to earth. Like honestly, she was like one of the easiest. Like, I mean, I've never encountered a celebrity before, but I can imagine that, you know, from what I hear, that some of them are, you know, not as friendly. LALA Anthony, I will tell you, is like honestly one of the friendliest people ever. Like even outside her being a celebrity, like even if she was just a regular, you know, client and not a celebrity, I still would have thought that she was really, really pleasant. And she was like, yeah, so you know, I'm having this launch, you know, come on down. If you come on down, I'll give you a free pair of jeans and everything. And I was just like, well, I mean, I look a mess. I honestly to this day wish I would have still took her up on the offer to go get some jeans, because I mean it was cool. LALA Anthony was like her first you know, it was my first encounter with a celebrity, and she was like, you know, come back, come on, we'll take a picture, I'll give you a free pair of jeans just for coming out. She was like, for taking care of me. And I was like, oh, okay. I never went because I looked a mess, honestly. And I didn't really have time to go home and do my hair, do my makeup and stuff. So I just was like, oh. But I should have made the effort to go because it was really cool. It was a really cool interaction. But her bodyguard was sitting outside. Like she had a bodyguard standing outside her room, because I guess our room, because I guess people had got wind that she was there. And people was trying to like walk up to the freaking room, and she had a big bodyguard standing outside, and she was like, yeah, no, make sure that door is locked. I was like, it's locked, yeah. So she had to call her bodyguard to come, which I mean I totally get, you know, like why are you trying to walk in on, I mean I guess not walk in, but like, you know, I mean, that's weird. Like, everybody else was so starstruck about the situation. And I just was like, and honestly, let me tell y'all, at work, I'm the most nonchalant person. I'm such an introvert. Like, you know, it's just the only child in me. Like, I really don't need crowds. I don't need a lot of people around me. And I don't have to have, like, a clique at work. Like, honestly, I actually am against having cliques and stuff in your workplace, because I just feel like it mixes business with pleasure, and then people at work know your business, and then they start, you know, gossiping and stuff like that. So I really just try to keep work strictly professional, outside of like, you know, hey, how you doing, like super casual conversation. Like I really don't, you know, do all the extras at work. And so it was like probably me getting her as a client was probably the least like exciting thing, because I did not have the tea to spill. Like people was coming in my room asking me like, oh my god, like how was it waxing LALA Anthony? Oh my god, you're a celebrity waxer. Oh my god, what did she say? Oh my god, what is that? And I just was like, oh, it was cool. I was like, she was really nice. And like pretty much that was it. Like I waxed her, I went over my life, and that was that. Like it wasn't I'm sorry, like I really don't have anything. Like when I was telling the story, I was like, I really honestly don't have anything super exciting to tell you. Like it literally was like waxing a regular person. And then I know some people was like, oh, well, you should have got a picture with her, that would have been great promo for the center and stuff like that. I was like, that lady did not want to take pictures. Not that she wouldn't, she would have. She's so nice. I feel like she probably would have, but you know, she, you know, just wanted to get her wax and go about her life. I didn't want to be like a groupie. Like, so, and I mean, I honestly would have took the picture for me, not for the center, but whatever. It's like, it would have been great promo for the center. And I was like, oh yeah, wow, sorry, I didn't, you know, make that happen for you guys. That lady was trying to go. She was trying to get her wax and go. She was really nice. She tipped fair. Yeah, and but anyway, Lala girl, if you watching this video and you remember me, I'm so much better at wax and nail. And if you ever in my area, ever come back to my job, ask for your girl Shanika. I will hook you up. I'm so much better. That was like 4 years ago, and I always think about it. I was like, dang, I wish I could have waxed her nail when I feel like I'm like, you know, I feel like not mastered it, but I feel like I'm really good at my job now. And you know, I probably could have made a really great connection with her as far as like, you know, my skill is concerned. But yeah, that's my little incident of when I waxed LALA Anthony, because people always ask me about that. And I actually, like, all the girls that I used to work with, none of them work there anymore. They don't work with me anymore, but they always would be like, oh my gosh, she's a celebrity waxer, oh my gosh, she's a celebrity waxer. And I told y'all, like, at work I'm not that. Like, at work I'm very reserved. So it's just like, I just would be like, like, please stop. Like, seriously, please stop. I was like, even if I was a celebrity waxer, like, I would not shout it from the mountaintops, honestly, just because they're people too. Like, I would give them the same type of respect that I would give, you know, any of my other clients, you know, because I mean, believe it or not, I wax some really high profile people. May not be like quote unquote celebrities, but they're people who, you know, are very high profile. So, and I don't go shouting it from the mountaintop. I'm using a Pro Long Concealer now. I went under with my orange like color to talk about orange color. I went under my eye with my orange concealer to color correct my dark circles. I use orange because I have dark circles. The orange cancels them out, and then I go over top with my Pro Concealer. I love this concealer. This concealer is everything. Honestly, I don't know how much it is. I can't remember. I know I spent like probably like $100 to do foundation with a brush, but I'm just being lazy. I'm just going to use the sponge that it comes with because, you know,
I like a sponge. Like, back when I first started doing my makeup, I used sponges and I used my fingers. I did not use brushes at all. And like in some cases, like your fingers work better than a brush. So.
YouTube. Starting a YouTube at 30 years old. Trying to grow a YouTube channel in 2021 and expecting support from family and friends. Let's talk about that, because that's exactly what I'm going through right now. That's my, I guess my, not dilemma, but my, I'm not even gonna call it a dilemma. I'm just gonna say that's the challenges that I'm having. Because challenges can be good or bad. I mean, challenges make you stronger. So I'm not gonna say it's like a problem or a dilemma. It's definitely a challenge though, trying to get an audience to like you and know you, especially when you're somebody like me. Like I said, I can't even say I'm an introvert because I'm not shy. I'm really not that quiet. I can be very, very, very social. I'm extremely like interactive with people. Like, I feed off of energy. So I am a bit of an introvert when it comes to my favorite. Here's the thing about me. I love interacting with people one-on-one. I think people are their most authentic self when you get them by themselves. when you have people in groups and like cliques and crowds is when people start to change who they are. They start to put on their makeup, their different faces to impress the people that they're around. But when it's just the two of you, people are more authentic. And so I've just developed this way about me where I only really like to deal with people like one-on-one or very small intimate settings. So when you put me in a big group of people, I seem like I'm so like lifeless and quiet, but I'm really not. Like I'm really just like honestly really not who I am. I'm actually full of life and laughter and love. But I just certain situations in my life have brought me to realize that people are different in groups, and I really prefer to work with people one-on-one, which is why I thrive at my job when I'm inside my room with my client, because I love interactions one-on-one. When I'm outside with, when I'm at the meetings with my coworkers, I'm like, oh my God, get me out of here. But yeah, that's something I have to work on, because I can't, I have to know how to conduct myself in group settings as well. But yeah, so I just feel like it's a challenge, because now everybody wants to do it. Like everybody wants to do YouTube, and for good reason. Like everybody should be trying to strive to create some type of lane for themselves on the internet, because the internet is going to take over the world. It already is taking over the world. So I just feel like people really need to like take heed to that. And so for me personally, I've always been in this world. I've always been in the beauty industry. I've always been some form of an influencer. Honestly, all of my 20s. The only difference between me and like your favorite influencer is that I didn't have a YouTube channel. Honestly, and anybody who knows me can like pretty much back that up, that I've always pretty much been a beauty influencer, because like that was literally my job. I had that as a job without the YouTube channel. And I honestly kick myself all the time, because I'm like, if I would have started a YouTube channel like in the beginning of my beauty career, I would probably be rich. I would probably be rich. But we're not living in the past. We are living in the present, and we are looking to the future. And that's why I'm starting at 30, because I look back at myself and I'm like, wow, I could have achieved so much if I would have just went with my gut instinct. And I've always wanted to do it, but I had this thing of always wanting to do it with other people. Like I always wanted my friends to do it with me. Like I never wanted to just do it by myself. And that stifled me, because me like always wanting to include other people in on what I wanted to do set me back. So I say, if it's something that you want to do, just do it. Don't include anybody in on your journey and your dreams and your goals, because the minute that someone else decides that that's not for them or that's not what they want to do, you're going to decide the same. And then guess what? Now you missed out on your goals and your dreams. So that was the reason why I, never did it. I always wanted my friends to do it with me. I always wanted a friend. I always wanted, I always prayed, for people like me to be in my life, so that, we could start this journey together. And then I just had to realize that, like, you'll be waiting forever. If you waiting on somebody else, you're gonna be waiting forever. Forever for, people to, pair with me to create the life of my dreams. And now I'm 30. Which, might I add, is not old. I feel amazing at 30. I honestly feel like, outside of like my body doing things, y'all, that I, can't explain. Like, outside of those things, and when I say my body doing things that I can't explain, I'm talking about like, me deciding that I want to walk on a treadmill in a gym, and then the next day my body it feels like I was like hit by a bus. I don't know if that's with age or if that's just because I'm out of shape and I'm unfit, but that's like terrible. That's the worst thing ever. I should not be feeling like that at 30, you know? So that's one of the main reasons why I work out, because I need to be fit. It's not cute. It's not cute huffing and puffing up a flight of steps. I don't care how small I am. It's not cute. You can diet, you can do whatever, but fitness is about moving your body. Moving your body and giving your body some motion so that you don't feel like you're dying. So you don't feel like you're dying after doing the exercise. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing now, y'all. I'm just trying to get everything in order, and I am, you know, dedicated myself to starting this journey on YouTube. And it is tough, because it's tough introducing yourself and opening up to people, you know, strangers, and, you know, especially someone like myself who has spent my entire life boxed. You know, like I spent my entire life, like I said, when I'm at work, to myself. When I was in high school, I was the same way. When I was in elementary school, I was not. But so once I started getting older, I started boxing and shutting myself, trying to protect myself from, you know, people who I thought I needed to be protected from. And so now I gotta open up. Now I gotta be myself. Now I gotta impress. Now I gotta, you know, show and tell. Which I don't mind. I'm so comfortable with the camera. Like I said, I'm not shy. I'm so comfortable with opening up. It's just about finding, you know, the audience. Finding people that can relate and connect. That's my goal. So I definitely don't think it's ever too late. I just think that it just takes consistency and dedication, because I know so many people, like I know women and men in their 50s who are starting on this journey, and they are extremely successful because they are just being themselves in a situation, and people connect with that. So that's what I'm doing. And as far as me wanting family or friends to support me, as far as anybody looking for a family or a friend to support their business, or feel like it's the duty of the family or the friend to support your business, you have to get out that mindset. And I got out that mindset a long time ago, because like I told you guys, this is not new to me. Just because it's not, you know, it's new on the internet, I have been quote unquote entrepreneur, influencer, cosmetologist, hairstylist, whatever, since I was 19 years old. And I learned very early that you cannot depend on your family and friends to support you. They might support you, but they either gonna want it at discounted price or they gonna want it for free. As soon as you start leveling up and bringing them numbers up, people really don't want to pay you like that. So you have to also understand that, like, nobody's obligated. You know, do your thing, set your price, and go about your life. Do your skill, do your craft, perfect your craft, and set your price and go about your life. Like, stop like banking on your family and friends to support you, because they are probably gonna be the last people to support you. You're gonna get more support from a stranger. And I learned that, like I said early on, I learned that at like 19 years old. So I have never been like salty because my cousin or my aunt or like, you know what I mean, because I didn't get support from family. Like, and that doesn't mean that they don't love me. It doesn't mean that they, you know, don't want to see me win. It just means that that's just how the world goes. And you got some family who want to support you, but you got some family who not. I don't want that type of support. I want people who actually will gain from me and learn from me to support me. And, you know, if it takes for me to get somewhere to get that support from whoever is closest to me, that's fine. We have to learn how to stop taking stuff so personal too, especially when we're opening up or doing or, you know, trying to prosper. You gotta learn how to stop being so personal and create your own tribe, create your own community. And that's how you're gonna be successful. not from support from your family and friends. And it's not gonna make you successful. It's gonna give you a cushion in the beginning. It's gonna make you feel good in the beginning, but it's not gonna make you successful. You actually have to find people who actually connect with you and enjoy you. Those are people who are gonna ride or die for you. And that's just what it is. That's facts. And that's, you know, me doing this for as long as I have, just learning it. And I'm okay with that.
This is for you.
I'm okay with that. The only thing I'm not okay with is myself not pushing and striving. I ain't okay with that. If I'm gonna be mad at anybody, it ain't gonna be nobody but myself. Cause you should be going out and finding your own supporters, not begging for them. And that's just on period. That's how I think. That's how I've been living my life. I feel like I've been extremely successful in my career. Extremely successful in my career. Since I was 22, I don't think I've done anything but cosmetics, beauty industry. And I'm 30, so. And I've always only had this type of job, and I've never been broke. Knock on wood, thank God, and this is not a flex. I've never been broke a day in my life. Ever. And I hope I never ever have to go broke a day in my life. Now, I hit rock bottom before. I hit rock bottom before for sure. And I went through some trials and some tribulations before. And that could be a whole nother video. But I've never been broke. But I definitely have been at a low period and a low point. But the way I got myself back up is inspiring, and it's definitely a story I want to tell, because I pushed myself, and that's how I know I can do anything. That's how I know I could do this YouTube channel, because when all else fell, when your back is against the wall, I think that's when you become your most creative. And my back is not against the wall, you know, but I am at the point where I know I'm fed up with myself. Like, I'm like, there's a life out here, a lifestyle that you should be living, and you're not living it. And it's nobody's fault but your own, because you're not, you know, pushing yourself to your full potential. And so I'm fed up with myself for not going after my goals and my dreams. And so my back is up against the wall in that aspect. And this year, I vowed to myself that I was just gonna push myself physically, mentally, spiritually, in every aspect. If it's not making me better and closer, I don't need it in my life. So that's just where we at with it. 2021. So this concludes my chit chat get ready with me video. I hope you guys enjoyed my little story time and just like a little glimpse into my personality and who I am. If you guys want more like chit chat get ready with me's, just let me know, like if you're interested in like what I did before I started working as a waxer or a cosmetologist, or you know how much money I made, blah blah blah. Yeah, just let me know. I really enjoyed it. I didn't think I would like doing a chit chat get ready with me, but you know, once you just start talking, it's just start flowing, and it's just like I'm just talking to my friends. So I really enjoyed that. If you liked, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to like my video. It really helps a lot. And if you have anything to say, go ahead and leave it in the comments. Yeah, that's all I got for today, guys. Thanks so much.